Guys, I'm just going to give vibes, going to be sharing some incredible information with you. We also have a very special guest this evening. You won't have seen his face before, Mr. Peter Webb. He will introduce himself a little bit later on. He's a gentleman who jumped in on the webcam and has just done, but hopefully he's not gone too far. And then also towards the end of the webinar, we will have another very, very special guest joining us from across the pond in the United States of America. So guys, I just wanted to really just bring you up to date a little bit with the Ucan2 story so far. As you know, some of us who have been on this journey with us since April, Dave and I formed Team Ucan2 actually on April the 5th, 2016. It seems longer ago, doesn't it? Dave was covering his eyes there, so he probably agrees with me. But and really what we started out at was a group of entrepreneurs, as it says there, aligning with a supplier of goods and services at that time to create revenue on which they could be paid ongoing residual income. And that was our ethos starting out, and that is still our ethos now. And around that time as well, we also launched Team Ucan2.info, which actually was just originally a single page website containing a 2-minute introduction video. And as you know, that's grown into something quite different now and has grown into an incredible resource for the whole of the Ucan2 community. Peter, if you wouldn't mind just moving on to my next slide, that'd be great. Thank you. And really quickly, the Ucan2, Team Ucan2, as was known then, quickly evolved into a training community for 700 like-minded entrepreneurs, built on the principle of what you saw on the first slide there, learn, do, teach. And that will always be the ethos of the Ucan2 community as we now know it. We introduced the Book of the Month program. We introduced weekly team calls featuring some incredible industry leaders, network marketing legends that Dave Ives was able to pull out of his Rolodex and bring onto our weekly team calls. You know, people like Paul Luman, like Nate Ridgway, like Joe Garcia, just a few of the names that spring to mind. Absolutely incredible speakers. And we also introduced the Go-Getter program. And you know, over the last few weeks, we've been heavily involved in the pre-launch with one of our partner companies, with Mighty Buyer, which I'll talk a little bit more about in a moment. And I think probably we've stepped away from some of these aspects of our community a little bit, but one of the things we want you to know this evening, the message that we'd like to come across loud and clear, is we're going to be getting back to that program of events, to those different aspects of the learn, do, teach philosophy, and that the Ucan2 community and Ucan2.info, which will be getting a facelift, we will be very, very much become the personal development. The Ucan2 community will very much become the personal development component of what we offer our members, no matter which partners we're actually working with at the time, and that could be multiple partners. The Ucan2 community will always be the cornerstone, will always be the central pillar, and will always provide that personal development and training component to what we do. Do you mind just advancing the next slide, Peter, please? As you know, it hasn't been all plain sailing over the last last 7 or 8 months, and we're really thankful that a group of leaders stepped up to help us steer the community through a difficult time as we had to move from one provider to another because that particular company wasn't delivering on their promises. And you'll recognize some of the faces there. Obviously, Dave Ives needs no introduction whatsoever, and I'll be handing the call over to him in just a moment. But Ghazala Jabin, Jason Regan, Paul Gillingham, these guys all stepped up when they could have walked away and done something different with their time. They stepped up to help us steer the community through that difficult period. But I also want to say that core team was also supported by a core inner circle from the wider community. And I'm not going to get into names because I will get into trouble because I won't remember them all and I'll miss somebody out. But you guys, I'm sure you know who you are, the people who stepped up every time we needed them to jump on a webinar or deliver a testimonial or whatever it was we needed. There was a handful of people who stepped up every single time, and those people know who they are, and we're very, very thankful for that. And that's why we're in the position that we're in now in terms of the Ucan2 community. If I could just have the next slide, Peter. And then, 1st of November, we launched with a new Mighty Buyer e-commerce opportunity, and during that pre-launch period, several hundred new partners joined us in Mighty Buyer across multiple countries. The pre-launch was across 22 countries, and we've probably got people in a great many of them. And the Ucan2 community became the home for a whole new generation of entrepreneurs. Next slide, Peter. So what are our goals for the near future? Well, we want to, as I said earlier on, the Ucan2 community will always be the central component to what we do. It will continue to educate, equip, and empower community members through the delivery of valuable training and content, like the audio of the week, like the Book of the Month program, like the weekly team calls, and we will bring the speakers back as we're talking about. But most importantly, we will continue to, or as importantly, we will continue to identify income-generating opportunities for the community and support members to achieve their financial goals in whichever vehicle they choose to work in that we happen to be partnering through Ucan2 at that particular time. And as you may recall, earlier on in the year, we talked about bringing to the community an e-commerce platform, which we've done in the form of Mighty Buyer. We talked about pairing that with a more traditional network marketing model and enabling members of our community to have freedom of choice to choose which vehicles they wanted to work with, while still using the Ucan2 community as that central component for personal development. And that's what we've gone out and done. And it's on that note really that I want to introduce our next speaker, because he's going to tell you about some more recent developments in terms of that journey and that search for partners to work with. He really needs no introduction. He's very, very much the linchpin and the talisman of the Ucan2 community. He's been sounding a little bit like Barry White this week because he's got a sore throat, as we all know, and hats off to him because he's not cut back on his speaking schedule or his Facebook lives, and he's been continually on the phone on back-to-back calls, I can assure you, and he's been wearing that voice paper thin, but he's still hanging in there. And what I'd like to do right now is hand over the call to Mr. Dave Ives to talk you through the next part of this evening's presentation. Over to you, Dave.
Thank you, Graham. Brilliant. Am I coming across clear?
Very clear.
Fantastic. But as Graham's going through those slides, to think that community that he was describing is that's us. That's all of you. This is what we're doing as a community, and that's what entrepreneurship's about, and that's what we're excited about. And I've seen some of the social media frenzy or some of the posts has started to give you a little bit of an appetizer of this webinar this evening about what we're going to have a potential bolt on, and how amazing that I learned how the mind can actually perceive a little bit of information. Some of you went out and went, oh, the Mighty Buyer, I can't believe how good it is. And what else are they going to bring? Well, I never said we're going to have a bolt-on. So what I want to make crystal clear for us all, that as a community, we want to help people succeed in this industry of home-based businesses. And Mighty Buyer is an incredible vehicle. We've had an incredible, momentous moment driving into a pre-launch. And we are in a situation where the company is developing its platform for each and every us to fulfill our dreams and the desires through that opportunity. And that is an opportunity that is I just want you to know that is an opportunity that is still at our forefront anywhere. We're not distracting ourselves from it. Mighty Buyer is in a position where it's going to be one of our income streams as a community. We are the hub, and Mighty Buyer is an opportunity for us as a partnership to go and maximize. Though there's things now that we need that company to go and do to deliver for us so we can actually maximize that vehicle a greater percentage than what we're able to do at this time. But during the last 4 weeks also, a good friend of mine came to me and shared an opportunity with me outside of Mighty Buyer, but it was in the wellness and health industry, within the traditional realms, as Graham was talking about, multi-level marketing, network marketing. So not the social e-commerce platform, network marketing, but a conventional network marketing, a product that as independent business owners, we had the opportunity to market, both for a retail avenue or to build a team of people that retail that product throughout the marketplace. Well, I can tell you this categorically, when Peter Webb shared this with me, and I have known Peter previously. I'm very much like the relationship that we have with our upline in Mighty Buyer. I knew them personally previously, so they came with great credibility. They came with great trust. So as I bring Peter Webb onto the call with us this evening, he's going to go through the opportunity that we're going to present for you tonight. And I want to make this clear for each and every one of you. This is not saying this is what you need to do. This is saying Ucan2 as a partnership, as a community, are now going to start locking arms with another member of the industry to build another income stream. So Mighty Buyer is still up there in the forefront, and so will this. You may choose just to stay proactively building, waiting for developments with Mighty Buyer, or you may be like a number of us who went, we're so excited about Mighty Buyer, and we're also excited about what I'm about to share with you with Peter Webb. But when Peter said this question to me, that really blew my mind. He said, Dave, what do you know about wearable tech? And because many of you who don't know my background, I come from a background where I was into nutrition and wellness. My previous company where I was able to generate a significant income was through a weight management product. And there's many out there, and there's many great companies out there with that sort of product line. There's skincare line. There's pills and potions, that, as we say in the industry, powders, pills, and potions. Now, there's nothing wrong with those companies. There's billion-dollar companies. But myself, I didn't want to just look at anything that was just similar to the marketplace already. I wanted, if I was going to look and bring someone to the table, I wanted something that was fresh, it was current, it was at the front of exponential growth, but had some longevity. And Peter will touch on this about this historical trading of this company shortly. But he showed me this presentation, and I can tell you without any sense of exaggeration, I could not find a polite word to describe what I'd just been exposed to. Graham's ears, Ghazala's ears, Jason's ears, Paul's ears, they must have been bleeding with the expletives that I was using all the time because I was that excited I could not contain it. So I want to recap one more time. Ucan2 is our team. We're going to be providing ongoing forever our training, our mentoring, our relationship, our nurturing. And Mighty Buyer is an economic vehicle. Ucan2 is a personal growth community. And then we help people develop their people skills, developing their marketing, developing their posture, developing their skill sets so they can maximize the Mighty Buyer vehicle and to build their teams through there. But also you can use that skill set and develop teams in other areas. And here I want to present to you something that we have decided to move forward with as part of our Ucan2 offering. But I do want to reiterate, you do not need to participate in it. If you do not see, do not feel, do not get compelled, as excited as some of us have been, then that is perfectly fine. You are partners with us. We will partner still with you. We will still be supporting and building Mighty Buyer with you. But we also are offering our hand out to say you have the opportunity to come and join us on another journey through the Ucan2 community. So with that said, I'm going to bring on Peter Webb that I've known for a number of years. In fact, he was one of a handful of individuals that actually launched my company that I was in previously, and that's how I knew Peter. Both he and his wife and myself and a handful of people were the very first six-figure income earners where we took a company that was established but was opening up the UK, and we ran a strategy to open up the market. And between us, we put in excess of, ready for this, people tell me they built a team of 10,000 or 5,000, but they never tell you how many of them they are active. We built a team of over 10,000 active distributors in less than 20 months who were active. So this gentleman is a seasoned six-figure income earner, and when he came to me a few short weeks ago, he said to me, what do you think about the industry right now? And I said, it needs something to get people excited for the long haul, not for the quick buck. And he said, what if there was a way that you could make money fast, but also lay down a foundation for longevity? Showed me a device, something that I got really excited about, which I am now presently wearing. And I feel like over the last 10 days, that it's been on my wrist for all my life. So with that said, Peter Webb, thank you for being on the call. For the Ucan2 community, I want you to know this. We appreciate you. We respect you. And we want you to know that whatever your decision with the additional income opportunity that we're going to be presenting with you now, know that our leadership have made a decision to move forward with it. And your decision will be your decision. Whatever that is, we respect it. So Peter Webb, that's over to you, my friend.
So much, Dave. Hope you can all hear me okay. Just give me a quick thumbs up. That's a thumbs up. Fantastic. Well, obviously, you've done a great introduction there, Dave. Appreciate that, and I'm really excited to share with your incredible community what we've been kind of doing under the radar together over the last few weeks. You know, really checking this opportunity out, doing our due diligence. And really, from a leadership perspective, looking at this opportunity from every angle, every question anyone could think of, every thought, every process, and we've really analysed this and are super, super excited about this opportunity. So before I start, I'm just going to play a very, very short, quick video just to bring people up to speed on what we're talking about, and that's the company world. Wow, there we go. A very brief introduction there to this incredible company. So I'm really excited tonight, guys, to be able to present to you this global opportunity with World Global Network and their brand new life sensing technology, wearable tech, which we'll talk about in a moment. So, you know, one of the things as leaders in the industry, and I know Dave was the same with this, you know, when we look at new opportunities or new companies, there are certain factors that we like to be looking for. You know, leaders like to look for the company to be established. There's a general rule that it should be at least 5 years old, ideally, and have a track record, so not a brand new startup. It's not necessarily going to last. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but this is some of the things that leaders look for. Is it and World are in their 5th year last year, and have done over $157 million last year without our brand new revolutionary product. There's a great management team in place. I'll talk about a little bit about those in the future, in the future slides. But one of the designers and developers is actually developed the iPhone 6 and the iWatch and several Apple products. So again, we've got the top people in the industry. There's an absolutely mind-blowing compensation plan, how lucrative it is, and Dave's going to touch on some of those elements at the end of the presentation. And again, it's important to align yourself with a trend, with something that is growing. You know, you want to be in the wave of where this industry is going, or where this product's going, or where a certain innovation is going to really create a rising tide. And there's a massive trend with this product line. A great team behind the product and the company. Great team behind the leadership with your Ucan community and myself and other great leaders in the industry that are going to be driving this team, supporting this team, and training you all for success. Timing could not be better. And again, I'm going to talk about that in a moment. We literally have just launched this product in the last few months. Literally, none of the markets have heard of this company, heard of this product until very, very recently. Even though we've got a 5-year track record, the company was actually built in North Africa, of all places, and Eastern Europe. So there is a global opportunity. It's untapped and unheard of in global markets. And again, it's got to have incredible products. So these are kind of the 7 key components that leaders look for when choosing or perhaps aligning themselves with a new company or opportunity. So let me tell you about the founder and CEO, Mr. Fabio Galdi. He is actually an absolute tech guru. You can see this guy has created industry-changing products in the past. He founded the 2nd largest internet service provider in Italy and the 5th largest in Europe back in 1994. We can fast forward, say 2002, he introduced one of the world's first touchscreen LCD PCs. So this is a guy that is continuously innovating. You know, this is something I love about Apple is, you know, they started with the iPods and the iPhones and then the computers, and they're just constantly innovating. And that's what this guy does. So really, if you can imagine, what if Apple were an MLM company? What if Apple were a network marketing company, an innovative company, constantly changing the industry, constantly innovating new products? Well, that's kind of what we've got with Fabio Galdi. He's a multi-millionaire from the tech world, and he now wants to innovate and change the network marketing world, not just with the product, but also with the compensation plan and the structure and the residual within the industry. Like Dave said earlier, the industry is a little bit tired of the same old, same old. We're all looking as industry leaders for something new and exciting. And that is exactly what Fabio's delivered. Now, I've got offices in many countries worldwide, you can see. So we're established around the world. Markets open, but we're actually open in 195 global markets. So this is an untapped opportunity in over 195 countries. That's ground floor on 195 countries. So it's an absolutely incredible opportunity, fully supported there. The company itself is actually listed on the NASDAQ stock exchange. We're a publicly listed company. You can look it up. You can go to NASDAQ and type in WRMT. Now, here's what's interesting. Before the Hilo, our brand new product, was released, the shares were about 40 cents each. They've now quadrupled in size. They're about $2 something now. So the share price is skyrocketing. So my biggest tip here is, guys, as we make some money in this opportunity, maybe it might be advisable to buy some shares too, because here's another way to put that money to work, because it's going to go up and up. Fabio's goal is to get the share price way up in the $70, $80, $100 mark. So imagine the growth there as well. So unstoppable growth for the company over the last 5 years. As I said, we're in 195 countries. We did $157 million last year, which is okay. That's really respectable. It got us in the top 100. We were ranked 77 out of the whole industry within 5 years, which is an amazing feat. Fabio's first goal was to be a top 100 company, and he achieved that within 5 years. His next goal is to be a top 10 company. Whoa. Now, to be a top 10 company in the whole of the industry, that means you need to do at least $2 billion a year in sales. How are you going to do that? Well, that's exactly what we're going to talk about tonight. But you need to understand, guys, that World is a AAA business opportunity. So businessfromhome.org has out of all the thousands of network marketing companies around the world, thousands and thousands, there is only 20 companies that have a AAA plus rating. So we are one of 20 companies. Again, you can see we're placed 77. We've got plenty of top earners in the industry, solid company, lots of awards, lots of massive momentum going on, and that's what we're going to tell you about tonight. But here's the most interesting part about this is the list, or part of the list, of the top industry money earners in the whole of network marketing out of 83 plus million people that are involved in this industry. This is the top list of the top money earners. Now you can see there, and I said this to Dave and the guys yesterday. I created this slide. It's already out of date. Literally within a day, it's out of date because Chanita and Nat Puranapucha, my good friends out there in Thailand, who I've personally known these guys for over 10 years, they have gone up into the top 10 within just a day or so of me creating this slide. They started with this company about 5 or 6 months ago. Whoa, hold on 1 second. You're telling me that within 5 or 6 months, out of 83 million people, they've got in the top 10 in the entire industry? But that's just completely, that's broken every record in history in this industry. And it's not just them. There are tens of people getting in the top 50, hundreds of people, thousands of people creating incredible incomes. We're going to hear from Chad later on tonight at the end of the presentation. Chad has now got himself way up there in the top 20 as well. Again, he launched Thailand about 5 months ago. He built out there, come back to the USA about 6 weeks ago. So that's where really his check is built, in the USA in the last 6 weeks. And you can see his estimated monthly income. And that has almost doubled in the last week, based on the 6-week growth that has just happened in the USA. Absolutely unbelievable momentum, guys. And this is about aligning yourself with a rising tide. If a tide is rising, stick your boat in the water and get to work, and you're going to rise with that tide. And that's exactly what's happening here, guys. We've almost got a crystal ball as to what's going to happen in the UK and Europe, because we've already seen it happening out in Asia. We've now seen it in the last few weeks happen in the USA, and it's coming to these shores, to the UK and Europe. And Ucan2 are at the pioneering front of bringing this to the marketplace. So we're at the point now where critical mass is going to happen, where full-blown, absolute full-on momentum is going to kick on. Now, if you've not experienced momentum before in a company, I tell you, it is the most incredible thing. It is like everything you touch turns to gold. So creating momentum, being part of momentum, being with a company that's got global momentum is so exciting and so incredible. It's so positive a position to be in. And that's what's already starting to happen after the product's only been out just a couple of months. So what is this product? What is going to take World to be a multi-billion-dollar company? Well, welcome to the Hilo. The Hilo is the world's most advanced wearable tech. And right now, as we said, it's about aligning yourself with a trend. This is one of the fastest growing industries or markets on the planet today. You can see here that it's predicted to be worth, by the year 2020, over $34 billion. And that's huge growth. Take a look at the chart on the left. In 2013, 8 million devices were estimated to be out there. And look at it in 2016, 111 million. Where's it going to go over the next 4 years? So that is massive growth. That is a wave. That is a trend that we all want to be part of. And you can see in the slide here that the biggest part of that trend, the biggest market, is wearable wristbands, wearable wrist devices. 164 million, you can see there, device sales by 2020. So that's what we're aligning us with in this expanding, growing marketplace. So Fabio has gone out and created the world's most advanced wearable technology. It's an absolute game changer. It's like a Fitbit on steroids. Even though we're not a fitness device, don't compare this to a Fitbit or a Garmin. This is a completely different device. This is about your health. This is about your monitoring your well-being, and also actually feeding your body with nutrients and things that actually improve your health right off of the wristband. So let's talk a little bit about why we're different and this incredible product. So, like I said earlier, we're not a fitness device. We are so much more than that. We are about a health device, and we actually have physical sensors that are built into the device. Now, World have partnered with Toshiba, and Toshiba have created the chipset for this device, and we have an exclusivity of 6 months on that chipset over anyone else in the world. So before you start saying, well, what if this company decides to copy it? They can't. And I tell you this, in IT, in the tech world, 6 months is like decades. Because in 6 months' time, if somebody gets access to that chipset, they've then got to develop a product. By the time they release a product, we're 2 chipsets on from that. So no one can copy or catch up with what we're doing. This device can do blood pressure, check your heart, do an ECG. It's incredible. So it comes with an app, which we call the Hilo app, and this will allow you to track not just yourself, but your loved ones. So anyone wearing the device, you can track loved ones no matter where they are around the world. Imagine you've got grandparents or family living out in Australia. Maybe they've had a stroke before, or high blood pressure, or there's a problem. You can keep an eye on it, and you can be notified, even if they're around the other side of the world, every day on their daily health status, checking their vitals, checking they're okay. And if there's anything goes out of range or abnormal, you're alerted immediately. You can contact them. You can make sure they go to the doctor, go to the hospital, get checked out. I mean, what is the price of health for the people we love? And that's what is incredible about this device. We also have another really cool feature, which is the SOS button. So again, you can double tap the button on the side of the Hilo, and that will send out a panic alert to your guardians. It will send out a GPS location, Google Maps, a text and an email to those people who've got set up, giving your location. So again, for safety of children, maybe elderly people, maybe they've fallen over and broken a hip, or they can't get to the phone, they can double tap that button, and you and other guardians can be notified immediately. You can go around and check them out, give them a call, find out what's happening. So it gives peace of mind, again, to those that we love, and ourselves, of course. Now, I mentioned earlier that this device can actually make you healthier, and the way we do that, we have plug-in stones on the side of the wristband, and one of those is germanium. Now, I urge each and every one of you to just Google it. Just go on Google and Google germanium and look at the incredible health benefits that this has for your body. Now, one of the interesting things here we can see in this photograph of the hand, germanium can actually increase your blood circulation by up to 300%. So look at the before and after picture we've got there. Somebody without the Hilo device, somebody wearing the Hilo device, and then adding more stones and wearing it after 10 minutes or so. You can see the blood circulation of this device actually is improving somebody's health. We're not just giving you a list of numbers of how many steps you've taken today. It's actually improving your health. So absolutely incredible, guys. Again, I said before, we have a Hilo app. There's a pro version and a light version. I'll talk about that a little bit more in a moment. But let me tell you, since the product has been out in the last couple of months, the testimonials that are now coming through are absolutely staggering. As I mentioned earlier, Thailand was Asia was the first market to really to build the Hilo, and incredible stories already coming through. Guy in the top right-hand side received his Hilo, and within the first week he did his test. As you can see in the picture of the bottom right-hand corner, his numbers come up a bit not good, a bit abnormal on his ECG. His blood pressure was high, beats per minute were high. He was a little concerned. So he thought, Is this helo really accurate? I don't know. I better go to the hospital and get checked out. You can see the blood pressure machine behind him. It matched it exactly. But actually, this guy went in immediately for an operation because when they went to the hospital, they did the test. He had a serious problem. Now, had he not been wearing a helo, had he not perhaps gone to the hospital because it warned him, it could have carried on through life without even knowing, and later down the line maybe had a stroke or a heart attack or even maybe something worse. So what does this guy think of this product now? He absolutely loves it. Guy top left is the former Prime Minister of Thailand. But there's a really powerful story I'd like to quickly share with you now, where there was a doctor in Thailand. Yes, an actual doctor did a test with the helo, and again the numbers come up bad. He thought, I better go to the hospital, check it out. As he arrived at the hospital doors, he keeled over and had a massive heart attack. Unfortunately, because he was at the hospital, they were able to revive him, take him in, and fortunately it turned out he was okay. But they warned him that had he not been there at that time, it could have actually been a fatal attack. So this doctor is now absolutely recommending this product with passion to everyone he knows because it actually saved his life. This is black and white, guys. This is a technology product that gives instant results. You know, Dave mentioned earlier about the industry and pills, powders and potions. So many times, you know, you hear about somebody saying, you know, drink this juice or take this shake or take this pill and you're going to live longer or you're going to be healthier. It's going to lose weight. But that takes time. You know, you've got to take people's word for it. How do they know that in 20, 30 years' time they're going to feel a bit younger than they do today by drinking antioxidant juice? They don't know. Whereas this is an instant, black and white answer. You can put this on, you can do your tests, you can check yourself out. Get peace of mind for the people that you love around you. So we have a free app, the Helo Lite, like all apps. And again, you can see the facilities there. But we also have a pro plan. So again, this is an option for customers. It's a $12 per month subscription. And with that, you get all access to the latest plugins and features. Now, one of the things that is coming down the road is the ability right off of the Helo for somebody to be able to test their blood sugar levels. Now, this is absolutely world-changing because normally if there's a diabetic that needs to test their blood sugar levels every day, they have to prick their finger countless times a day to take a blood sample. That is no longer going to be needed with this product. Imagine how many people around the world, the millions and millions of people with diabetes that prick their finger every single day, that now have the chance to just wear this device and have a permanent track record of their blood sugar levels. Absolute game changer. And again, the people that got diabetes are going to want to be on that monthly subscription to get all the benefits and features of the Helo and the Helo app. So that's the world-changing revolution product that the Word have created. But it's not just about having the world's most advanced wearable technology. They've also changed the way the industry is kind of compensating people, how you build teams, the compensation plan, the simplicity of it all. So I'm going to very, very quickly go through this before I hand over to Dave on just how you build this business and how it works. Well, there are 3 simple steps. Step 1 is to become a member, to be involved with World. And to do that, you simply just need to buy some product. Now, right now at this time, we're looking to partner with people on this executive level. Dave will go through that in a moment. But what's great about that is you get 4 Helos, plus you get 1 absolutely for free. So maybe you want one, your partner wants one, your grandparents, your kids, whatever. You're able to give these to those around you that you love and know that you can monitor them and they're protected for the future. Step 2 is to become a team builder. Introduce 1 person on your left and 1 person on your right. We're a binary compensation plan, which means you have just 2 legs to build. 1 on your left, 1 on your right, you become a team builder. Step 3 is to become a team developer. And all that is to help 1 person on your left get 2 and become a team builder. 1 person on your right, become a team builder. You're now a team developer. And that opens up the entire compensation plan. There are no you gotchas. There are no constant requalifications like there are in other companies. Once you've done it once, you're qualified for life. And you don't even have to do it in the same pay period. You could put one person on the left and 5 months later put one on the right. You're then qualified for life. I'm sure people aren't going to take 5 months, but that's an example. And then you're qualified for life. You don't have to do that anymore. You can see we've got lots of ranks here, and it's really important as I go through this in a moment to see where we're at. So it starts at silver, goes all the way up to Grand President Millionaire. We have a check matching bonus where for every person you personally introduce to the company, there is a matching bonus based on how much they earn through the compensation plan, through their volume. You receive a 10% check match. So again, huge sums of income can be gained by helping others achieve success. But here's a real game changer. When I explained this to Dave, this is, I think, when his jaw had already hit the floor with the product, but this is what kept his jaw on the floor, and it hasn't come up since. The monthly ongoing membership. Now, most traditional MLM companies, like Dave spoke about earlier, the pills, powders, and potions, generally there is about $150 per month auto ship requirement, and all you get for that is the product itself and the right to qualify to get paid. That's it. There's no other benefit. Now with World, it's just $59 per month for our loyalty membership. And Fabio's idea is to give so much value to this monthly membership that people never want to cancel it. Even if they don't go on to build a business, they want to keep this active. And that's what this is all about. We've all built teams of thousands of people, and the hardest part after a period of time is keeping them active, like Dave mentioned earlier. So number one, you get able to earn commissions through the compensation plan. Number two, you actually earn an extra 1% commission on all of your volume every single week. So what happens is that goes into like a piggy bank, and as long as you're on the monthly membership for 12 consecutive months, at the end of the year, they smash the piggy bank, take whatever's in there, and you get that as an extra 1% bonus. So that could be literally worth something anywhere from hundreds of dollars to tens of thousands of dollars every single year. Next thing you get is you get our Hilo Pro app. Now this is for 5 devices. Remember I spoke earlier about the Pro app being $12. Well, included in your $59 membership, you get to cover the whole of your executive pack. Those 5 Hilos that you bought in your executive pack are covered by this monthly subscription. That in itself is worth more than your $59 per month. But there's more. You also get, how about this? Look at this picture in the top right hand corner. How cool is that? That is the future Hilo that we're going to be bringing out. How would you like to receive that for absolutely free? Because as long as you're on the loyalty membership every year we're going to give you a free Hilo. Whatever the latest devices, the latest technology is yours to keep, to have for free. So you buy that Hilo for yourself and your family once, and then your Hilo on membership is going to be free every single year. But we're not done yet, because World are actually bringing out later in 2017 a Android device phone, which I've already seen the specs is more powerful than the latest iPhone 7. Unbelievable features on it. And you can get that absolutely for free if you're on the $59 per month membership. After 12 months, you get a free Hilo and a free Infolio phone. Now, the Infolio phone that's coming out, one of the ones later designs is going to actually be a dual screen device, which actually has a 3-day battery life. Now, I'm lucky to get 3 hours out of my iPhone, but a 3-day battery life is incredible. So how would you like the latest technology phone for free every single year just by being on a $59 per month loyalty membership? Absolutely insane value. But we've got more. It also includes a protection plan for your Hilo and your Infolio phone. We've all done it. Dropped our phones, dropped it down the toilet, lost it, smashed it, grabbed it, whatever. And in World, as long as you're on the $59 loyalty membership, after 2 or 3 months of being on that, you are covered by our protection plan. So again, if you break your Hilo or you smash your phone or you drop your phone, then you just pay shipping. They'll send you a brand new device. That's all included in your $59 monthly loyalty. You also get included in your $59 per month loyalty a 1,000-seat webinar room, which is the very room you're in right now. This is our webinar room, right? Now that holds up to 1,000 people. And I did some research and I just want to show you something. Now for people building teams, this is a fantastic tool in your arsenal for you to use and present and train your team members. So I looked at GoToWebinar, and GoToWebinar for a room of 500, not 1,000, just 500, is $199 every single month to buy that room. We get a room of 1,000 included in our $59, so incredible value. You also get 512 gigabyte cloud storage. So unbelievable value there, guys. So you can store your photographs, your videos, cloud storage. So that's included in your $59 monthly membership as well. So you can see here, guys, and really, I think the value is a lot higher than this because, let's face it, $199 per month just for a webinar room, that's worth over $2,000 a year just for this webinar room. But even without that, there's over $1,300 value plus your 1% loyalty box, and that's only going to cost you $59 per month for 12 months. Absolutely insane value. But here's the real interesting one. Like I said earlier, in most network marketing companies, the monthly requirement for people to qualify to get paid is about $150, which means your entire team have to spend $150 in buying product, even if they don't need that product anymore. They may have 10 bottles of juice or 10 bags of shake or 15 bottles of pills that they don't need anymore, but they have to buy more to stay active to get paid through their network. Well, we want all these features, right? We're not buying a Hilo every month just to remain active. It's easier for people to stay on $59 per month than it is to stay on $150. And people don't want to cancel this membership because there's so much value in it. But where's the residual? This is a question that I get from leaders. Okay, I get the Hilo, it's fantastic. I can see you can make a lot of money fast. And like Dave said before, it's about making money quickly, but then also building residual. Well, we actually make or can make more money by having a team of people on $59 than you would in another company of people on $150 or $200 auto ship every month. Most companies are about a 5% average. $150 auto ship, you're going to get 5% of it. That's $7.50 every month. You can earn up to $12 for every single person in your organization with our compensation plan with the $59 monthly. So the residual from this is so much more potential than any other company out there because the retention rate is going to be so high. If you're going to build a team of hundreds or thousands of people, how about having 80% or even 90% staying on this loyalty membership rather than, in most companies, retention rate is somewhere between 8 and 12%, if you're lucky. So this is where the unbelievable long-term residual income is going to come from. Plus, of course, Fabio is constantly innovating and bringing new products to the table. It's not just going to be the Hilo for forever. In the same way that Apple are continuously innovating. First they had, the computers, then they brought out the iPod, they got the iPhone, the iWatch, all these devices that can constantly, the iPad, they're constantly innovating. Imagine if you built a global team around the world of thousands and thousands of promoters and thousands of customers that when a new product comes out, a new innovation in the industry comes out, boom, that gets dropped on your organization. So it's not just about this one incredible device we've got right now. It's about constantly innovating and introducing new products. So it's a simple and lucrative compensation plan. There's no joining fee to join the company itself. That's gone. There's zero chargebacks and subscriptions. There's no need to worry about this being on Amazon or eBay or Craigslist or anything like that. We're open in 195 countries. This is ground floor around the world. No requalifications needed. There's no you gotchas like in a lot of compensation plans. And of course, there's no monthly ongoing shipping charges because we're a digital product. So although we're a physical product company, we've also got a digital product monthly subscription. Now this product, the Hilo, this gets better as time goes on because a firmware update and a software update on your app makes the product more valuable, makes it better. I've already had a couple of updates in the last couple of weeks since I've had the product. It's absolutely incredible. So what we're asking the community with you guys is, we've got a strategy that Dave's going to roll out to you in a few seconds, but positioning is key, guys. And it's not about you thinking about it, waiting a few days, waiting a week. The timing is absolutely incredible now, because if you come in, great. You're going to get, there could be people underneath you that are placed underneath with this momentum we've got going on right now. And one of those people could build a team of thousands. Whereas you might delay it 10 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, a day, a week. And yeah, you get in, but that person that got in 10 minutes after this webinar tonight that built a team of thousands, you don't get to benefit from. So again, if you see it, if you get it, if you just get just 1% of how excited we are, you're going to want to get involved. So absolutely incredible. We've got lots of promotions going on. I'm going to skip the car video, I think, tonight, Dave, because we've got a lot more to share with these guys. But there's a promotion where you can end up in Dubai in January. Perhaps Dave might talk a little bit about it at the moment. But what I want to do is hand over back to Dave Eyes. Hopefully you're still there, Dave, to share with you the strategy. Because in the USA, there's been absolutely incredible growth in the last 6 weeks. We've lost count of how many ranks there have been. We've lost count of how many people are earning thousands and thousands and thousands.
Peter, what we're going to do is bring Chad on. Peter? Yeah. So while Peter's bringing Chad on, so we want you to hear from Chad. I just share with you for a moment before I go into the strategy, because there is a strategy, because how we build this right now, we have a window of time, excuse me, folks, between now and December the 5th. I'm going to go into a strategy, but I want you to hear from Chad, who's working directly with us. On the call tonight, I've had two messages from people on this, ready for this? 2 messages from people that are on this webinar that have already bought the Hilo from somewhere else. The Hilo is out there. That people are already hearing about that. That people are on the Ucan2 team, but they've already bought the Hilo and joined WGN through other avenues. And some of the testimonials, or why some of these individuals have decided to get involved with it, as from their own health benefits. This is huge. I'm going to tell you this. In my 10 years, this is the largest, biggest, scariest thing I've ever seen in regards to potential. So through the Ucan2 community, we are going to be building our mighty buyer business. It's a social platform, shopping, mass appeal. People can come at low entry. They can build up their entrepreneur flavor. Then they could join us in the World Global Network, or they may want to join us immediately and do both. This is so exciting, folks, but it's going to take a commitment and a focus to understand. But what Chad's going to come on and share with you is just a bit of vision of where we're going, what's happening. Because over the next 10 days, what we're going to need to do, only you can register for free now, but by the 5th of December, we need those people that are coming in to purchase the executive pack. The reason being that we want to create a story, and a cycle is just a 7-day cycle. And our cycle starts at 1 minute past midnight on Monday through to 1 minute to midnight the following Monday. And so in that period of time, we all place our orders to create volume that will create a story. You see Chad and Natina in the middle of this presentation here now, and the people around them are people that have been building their business, people putting people in place and getting ready to create their story. Because once you create a story, you create attraction. Once you create attraction, you create momentum. And then you break more stories. And here's the exciting thing. We are the springboard into Europe. And the 70 people that are on the webinar tonight, and I can tell you categorically, I've had over 34 messages of people that couldn't get on because they couldn't download it to their iPhone. So well over 100 of you, if you all chose to lock arms and go out and run a play that I'm about to share with you after Chad, we could take this 100 and turn it into 1,000. And if we turn it into 1,000 in the next 10 days, there will be people, you, who can go diamond. And diamond is very simply 20 people in your right team that buy the executive pack, 20 people on your left team that buy executive pack, and you will be looking at a $10,000 bonus. That will be your income for creating that in your first 7 days. Now, did you do it on your own? No, there's a strategy. And how is that strategy going to be created? Very simply, you're going to go and get the 4 hottest people you know, and you're going to put them in your left leg. You're going to get 4 other sharp people and put them in your right leg. And you're going to help them get their 4 sharpest people each. Now you're 16 in each, but you didn't get them yourself. And because you're only building 2 teams, there will be pass down. So you may be in a right leg. And in that right leg, you may have 4, 5, 6, 7 people upline to you who are all going to have to put people in your leg. So in your right leg, you're going to have 20 people in your team, but you may have only put in 4 or 5 because everybody's putting people in your team. It sounds like we've got a gentleman driving in the Californian sun. So I'm going to give it over to Mr. Chad Chong. Everybody, for you that are on the call tonight, this won't mean anything yet because you haven't heard the ranking advancements. But this gentleman with his beautiful bride, they have taken this opportunity and are now the 2nd fastest ever to reach double president millionaires, which means they have done over, Chad, correct me if I'm wrong, over $2.5 million in sales within 7 days. So with that said, because I can hear my own voice.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, Chad, it is all yours, my friend.
Because I can hear my own voice. Chad, it is all yours, my friend. Well, thank you so much for that, Dave. I'm really excited to be on this call, ladies and gentlemen. The UK is a soft spot for me in a good way because I wish I was earning in pounds, because when you take pounds anywhere else in the world, it's worth a lot more. So that's why I love building in the UK. But I'm so excited to be on this call with you guys because, you know, one of the things that Natina and I, we do really well is we work with great leaderships and expand the market. And, you know, finding the right company is not the easiest thing to do. There's only literally in someone's lifetime, they get 2 opportunities in a great company to build it big and to build it for a long time. We had the opportunity to do it one time about 10 years ago, where we were able to make about $300,000 a month. And that did really well, but we learned from that opportunity to see why it wasn't an opportunity that could go on for more than 7 or 10 years. And what we found here in World Global Network is something that is different to the marketplace. And that's why I'm so excited about this opportunity, because it is not the same old that you can see out there. It's not the same cream company or juice company or shake company or coin company or this company or that company. We stand alone. We're in a very unique marketplace. And I truly believe where we are right now in the industry is that a lot of people are hurting. They're hurting from this industry and they're looking for options. Their plan A is not working.
People were hurting.
Say that again?
We heard you say about people were tired and hurting in the industry.
Okay, perfect. You know, people are tired and hurting in the industry, and, you know, their plan A is not working, their plan B in this industry is not working, and so on and so forth. And when my mother-in-law, who's the global master distributor, found out about this company and found out it was in the tech space, immediately I kind of shut it down. And just being transparent with everybody on this call, I shut it down because there isn't a real technology company in the MLM space. Technology companies in there is a code word for, you know, a game or money game, or a code word of not really technology. And me, from a technology background, I just couldn't believe in what my mother-in-law said. So my first mistake was I shut down the opportunity even before hearing about it, which is terrible. But when I had an opportunity to really sit down and see what it was, and I said to myself, if this is really what it is, it's going to just explode in the industry. And when I heard about this, guys, the Hilo was just on a PDF. It wasn't a product. It wasn't produced. It was an idea in Fabio's mind to create a product. And just to let you know, this company is 5 years old. They're a technology company, and their goal is to stay ahead of the technology curve with creating innovative products. So they've come to the number 77 rank in the world, and they've created products from the beginning to now to show that this is a profitable company, to show it is a profitable concept of creating new products. Now, I'm not saying that the Hilo is no good. The Hilo is amazing. Where we are right now in this space, the Hilo is going to really knock it out of the park. But get this, guys. Mr. Fabio is already inventing new things that the marketplace wants. So from a product standpoint, it is very different to other companies. Why? Because other companies, they have their main product, and that's their main product, and they try to sell that product for as long as possible. Over here, we're a tech company. Our goal is to stay ahead of the curve and create products that people want to buy, and want to share, and they love. And with the Hilo that we have right now, it is proving so. With the partnership with Toshiba, that's something huge. But one thing I want to share with you guys that you don't know yet, and Dave and Pete don't know yet, last night I was on the phone with Mr. Fabio, and Toshiba really loves what we have. They're already a public company that is publicly endorsing us. But get this. If you understand what I'm going to say in the next 60 seconds, you will understand why this is so big and why nobody can copy what we're doing inside and outside of network marketing. In January 5th, there's going to be a CES event in Las Vegas. If you don't know what CES is, the Consumer Electronics Forum, where all the tech companies go and show off what they have. This is in a very large-scale CES. You probably heard about it. Thousands upon thousands go, millions upon millions view about what's coming out in the electronic space. Toshiba is going to be there, and they're going to be showcasing the Hilo.
Wow.
Guys, do you understand what that means? Toshiba, not us, is going to CES, and they're showcasing the Hilo product. Guys, I hope you know what that means. And don't worry, we're going to have crazy press release when that happens. Because I've never seen in my 18 years of doing network marketing, and in the millions of dollars that we've earned, a publicly listed company that is that magnitude endorse a company. One, I've never seen that. Number two, they're taking our product to a mainstream event. And I don't want to call it a trade show, because a trade show makes it sound too small, but it is the forum for consumer electronic products in the world, and Toshiba is showcasing our product. Now, I'm more than excited that you have some amazing leaders with Peter and Dave and the rest of the team launching the UK. So for all you listening right now, this is a launch goal. When Nat and Chanino launched it in Thailand, they spoke to 7 people. I don't know how many people is on this call right now, but I think it's more than 7. When I launched it in the US, we launched it with just a handful of leaders, maybe about 5 to 10 leaders from the beginning.
But if I could do it again, I would be doing exactly what Dave and Peter is doing right now, getting you guys together and launching. And let me tell you what has happened. And following a very simple launch strategy. The goal right now, guys, is to put UK on the map. Because once UK is on the map, ladies and gentlemen, guess what's going to happen? Everyone in UK and the surrounding area is going to look for who's part of World Global Network. And if that's you, guess what? Those volume, these people coming on, is going to spill over. So for the people who's listening on tonight, if you don't make a decision, I think that's not a wise decision. Why? Just because you're going to get a product, there's no membership. You're just getting that product, and from getting that product, you're going to lock yourself. And as the UK and surrounding Europe grow, there is no option for people to fall in position below you. You have a very high possibility. I'm not going to say it's a yes because I cannot tell the future, but I'm going to say it's an extremely high probability that you are going to have some spillover because you are right at the beginning of what we're doing right now. To give you an idea, we started in the US less than 75 days ago, and in that period, myself and we've created 7 people who hit a rank called president. And these 7 people within 1 to 2 generations of our business. How are we able to do this is because we strategize and we execute. And right now, you have an amazing strategy to build out the UK. And I'm so glad that we have the right leaders on board because I know for a fact that UK is going to be on my travel plan in the first quarter to come and help bring the market to the next level and to help recognize the great leadership that we have there, along with the CEO and founder, Mr. Fabio Galdi. That's something definitely going to be on the cards for that to happen. So, guys, with the promotions that we have going on, just know that you are here right at the beginning of blowing this out. The 7 people, the group of people I started with, they made in their first week over $20,000. That might be a lot for some, but guess what? There were 7 of them in the first week who did that. But we have hundreds, and I mean hundreds of people that made an extra $1,000 or $2,000, and this is all within the last 60 days. And what I'm excited about with that loyalty program, so we'll be seeing, it is so affordable for everyone in the UK, plus all the benefits you get from that as well. So with me knowing the leadership we have there, guys, I want you to know that we have a great plan to build out the UK. And World Global Network, it is one of the companies that is going to leave a mark in this industry, is going to create some amazing records, and is going to change a lot of people's lives. You know, what we've been able to do is take the leaders and take the people who are willing to learn, take the people who are coachable, take the people who are teachable, and give them the very simple system in how we build this business. And we are breaking records over records over records. I've had the ability and the pleasure of helping people make the biggest check in the MLM career for the month and enable them to have that in a week. And think about whatever your biggest month in this industry has been, I've been able to help someone match that or beat that in a week. And I just had another person today had a young 26 years old. He's never ever done, this is his second company. He just started fresh 2 years ago. So he's not a seasoned veteran. He just started 2 years ago. And last cycle, he made $14,000 for that cycle, which was the biggest check he's made in his life in a month. He has never made that much in a month ever. Why is it so? It's because we have a very hot product, and people, like you said, in the marketplace are hurting for this. So with the big picture coming on board, with so many people that's coming on board and seeing the plans that we have with World Global Network, guys, you have to understand what we have right now and what you have in your head right now, that you guys are the first group in the UK that I'm going to be working with to launch it big. And you're going to be able to effectively change the lives of many people, not just from a product standpoint, which you're going to be amazed because technology is black and white, not just from a product standpoint, from a financial standpoint as well. So, hey guys, thank you so much for inviting me on this call to share with you the vision that I have for UK. I know it's going to be very, very big, and the vision of the product that is being shown on the CES. And guys, I'm going to hand it back over to you, Dave. If you have any questions or anything you'd like me to share, I'll give you that time right now that we can address those.
Hey, Chad, no, I appreciate you driving. I'd just like you maybe just to encourage everybody. I'm going to go through the 2020, but just the simplicity of, in your words, about shooting for diamond in the next 10 days, you know, all out massive action, apart from their job, apart from their family, apart from some other business commitments they may have to maintain, taking every spare minute to fill the 3 daily webinars that we're going to be holding for each of them on the team who choose to join the journey with us. And that simply by go building their team of 20 left and right, they can be a diamond. What will they make roughly as a diamond when they go 2020? What will they get if they do that for 3 times in a row between now and January?
All right, guys. So really simple. I tell people if this is something you want to do and this is something you are coachable, trainable, and teachable, is really simple. From now to the launch date that you guys have, which is Tuesday, December 6th, I believe, what you got to do is gather as many people as possible to hear about World Global Network. And as you launch, if you get 20 on the left and 20 on the right that you personally bring in at the executive level, that is a 10 grand check. How can you get 20 left and right? By showing them there's a very simple 2-minute commercial, very simple presentation. People are going to see it and understand it because it's simple. So to get to diamonds really easy. If you want to do it on yourself, get 20 left, 20 right, that's 10 grand. Or if you want to build another path, path B is to bring 4 on the left and 4 on the right and help the 4 bring 4 on the left, 4 on the right. That strategy of 4 left, 4 left, 4 who bring 4 on the left and 4 who bring 4 on the right. If you do that within a week, you are a diamond. Now, if you can able to duplicate that for 4 cycles, then you'll be a diamond making a minimum of 15,000 for those cycles. What we're going to do right now, we have a huge trip coming up. Diamond is very simple because a diamond in our company is much easier to achieve than a diamond in any other company. But a diamond in our company, you get paid more than any other company and you get better incentives. One of the big incentives we have is next year in January 13th to 16th is a trip for diamonds in Dubai. If you've never been to Dubai, get there because the company, once you pay for your ticket there, the company will take care of your hotel and accommodation and activities. Is going to be phenomenal. They take it to over the top. So that's that. But how do you get there? From now to the end of December. So basically from now to the end of December, hit the rank of diamond 3 times, you get to go there. Or hit the rank of double diamond once and diamond once, you get to go there. Or hit the rank of grand diamond and above, you get to go there. You all gotta do is do that. Once again, hit diamond 3 times, 3 different cycles. It doesn't have to be consecutive. Or hit double diamond once and diamond once, any cycle. Or just hit grand diamond and above 1 time, and you get to go to Dubai. Get your ticket there, and everything else is paid. You know what, guys? This is a very simple strategy. Since we started this business in July, my wife and I were over 150 diamonds. And I'm saying that not to show off. I'm saying that to say it's simple and it's easy. Follow a simple plan. Why? Because the product is so hot and people just see it and get it. So I'm excited to share with you that the diamond plan is really simple. Either go 20-20 yourself or go 4 who brings 4 and you hit diamond. Get the qualification, get to Dubai, and we'll be sipping pina coladas on the pool together.
Thank you, Chad. Appreciate it. And again, congratulations on yours and Atila's rank advancement to the newest and only 2nd ever in the company's history of 6 years of becoming the double president millionaire. And of course, the first person to ever hit that position was Natila's mother and Chad's mother-in-law that have achieved that. So, and they have gone on now to grand president millionaires, the #1 position in the company. No one's ever hit it, and they've done it since July. So appreciate it, buddy. Drive carefully, and I appreciate you taking the time to be on the call with the UK team.
All right, thanks, guys. Thanks, Dave. Talk to you guys later.
Take care. So, guys, I'm going to wrap up really quickly in 5 minutes. So, Pete, if you can take me through to the screen, that'd be great. So, Chad was talking about what do we do. Now, we got to make sure we don't all get too excited and start jumping the gun. Got to do it strategically, got to do it properly. All we're going to do now, one, if you make the decision to join the venture, let's go back. If you don't want to join the venture, there is nothing wrong with that. We are still building Mighty Buyer. That's one of our projects. We're still committed to that. We're a part of a community, and that is our project. But if you choose to come join us with this project as well, know that right now, from today till December the 6th, my birthday, so December the 6th, that we are looking for those who are ready to come in, are prepared to go to work, and are prepared to invest in an executive pack. Because it's not that we want the executive pack or the money. We want the story of success. So here's you. You're going to have an A, so you're going to have a left or a right team. So if you click the button for me, please, Peter, what you're going to want to do is, Chad said, instead of going and get 2020, what you want to do is go get 4 and 4. Your 4 sharpest people. The 4 sharpest people on your left and the 4 sharpest people on the right. Now, here's important. I've done a video this afternoon to a secret group, but I'm going to share with you. If you are wanting to get registered, you ask your sponsor, what team am I on? Am I on the left or am I on the right? Because once you get in and get registered, your very first person, if you come in on the left and they say you're on the left, the first person you bring in, you've got to go into your office. Once you've sent them the registration link, you've got to make sure you've set your strategy to left. The rule of thumb is wherever you come in, left or right, the first person that you bring in, you contribute to that side of the leg. So if you come in on the right, your first person goes in on the right. If you come in on the left, you go in the left. Now, your goal, though, is to put 4 on the right and 4 on the left and help them, click the button, please, Peter, help them get their 4. You can, like Chad said, you can go crazy and go and get 20 individuals yourself, or get 4 sharp people who are ready to go get their 4. And you're going to have 16 on each side. Now you're going to have a nominee where somebody's going to go and sponsor 4 or 5, etc. But in total, in theory, by getting 4 that get 4, you'll get your 20 and you'll be a diamond. And we have until 1 minute to midnight, Monday, actually, because it's 5 hours behind, it's Miami Eastern time, we have until 4:59 a.m. of Tuesday morning the 6th. But the cycle doesn't start till Tuesday, this Tuesday coming. So you can get registered now, secure your spot, start getting your 4, but make sure they understand that they are getting in now and committing to buying an executive pack. If they're not able to, not prepared to, you don't want them in right now, because we need to create a story so we can leverage that into the Business from Home org magazine. So that creates more attraction for you. So I will be doing a drawing video a bit later tonight or first thing in the morning. It will be in our other closed group. We've got Ucan2, that's our team, that's our community. We've got MB Partners, where we're building our Mighty Buyer business. And we're going to have a WGN Europe page. So we're going to keep them separate for education, but the commonality is our team, Team Ucan2. So the guest thing, so if you find, I'm going to share you something major there, don't let me lose you, don't let me blow your mind. If you go find 4 that want it, what if they want to get their 2020? Well, guess what? If you put 4 diamonds in your left and 4 diamonds in your right, you're a grand diamond. That's what Chad has been doing. So, and this is why some of you say, "Are you under the weather?" I have been under the weather, but I've also been talking nearly 22 hours a day for 4 or 5 days. Like, I've got calls lined up tonight at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Why? We're talking into America. We've got teams already growing in Australia. We've got teams growing in North Thailand. We've got teams growing in Dubai. We've got teams growing in Canada. We've got already. This thing is about to go crazy. Don't confuse the two. Don't confuse the two. We are not leaving where we are. We're just bringing something else to the community to help each and every one of us create that success story that each and every one of you desire and deserve. So with that said, we've got a lot longer, 20 minutes longer than planned. We apologize for the technology aspects, but we will be getting on top of it. But as of tomorrow, Peter, if you can hear me, have we scheduled the times for tomorrow for the 3 webinars, correct? So 12 to 8:30. Guys, for those who are still on, grab a pen. I'm going to say this slowly. Grab a pen. I'm going to say this slowly. There's a webinar at 2, at 12, at 2, at 8:30. Get as many people on these webinars. But before you get them on the webinar, do not spam your people. Do not just send them anything. Tell them you need to talk to them. Something's landed on your desk. You need to have an urgent call with them. You need to speak with them. And once you've spoken to them, send them the link www.hilo- that's dash for uneducated people like me, hilo-world.com. Peter has put a website together that has a UK, thank you very much, Joanne, has a UK European page, and it also has a US page. On the first page, it has an incredible 5-minute overview by Peter Webb. 5-minute overview by Peter Webb. Under the US tab, it has 3 other videos. One of those being the car promotion that they're running only at this time in the USA. So 2, 12, 8:30. Fill it up, pack it out. But in between time, get back with your sponsor. Ask them, are you in? Are you not in? Are you in? Remember, because we're not gonna be responsible for anybody who wants to get signed in and someone says, no, I don't, and changes their mind. It's not about honoring the line of sponsorship, though we will try our best. But if you're hesitant, then that sadly, that's an opportunity you've chosen to sidestep for a season, if at all. Okay, so get back with the person, ask them, are you in? If they aren't, go to the appropriate upline from there and make sure they're in, get the link, ask them, am I going in your left? Am I going in your right? Go in, register yourself, go into your strategy under your business tab, and I've done a video in the WGN Europe page, and as you register, let us know. We'll add you to the page, tag you in that video, and it'll all become very, very clear. I hope, Philippe, you've been able to hear through my voice. Thank you to Chad Chong for being on, Peter Webb for bringing this to the Ucan2 team. Guys, let me tell you what we've done so you're not confused. Ucan2 is a handful of people that said, you know what? Whatever comes our way, we are together. We will stick together. We will fight for each other. We will support each other. We will help each other grow, and we will be loyal to each other. So we started Ucan2 to start that community. So Ucan2 is actually taking a position in WGN. So 5 of us are actually in one position. And the reason we made that decision is to A, maintain our commitment to Mighty Buyer, to support you building that, and B, that 5 of us can help 2 teams build their success story. And in the meantime, we can continue to build the personal development platform that will support you in both of your ventures and in areas outside of network marketing to become a better you. We are here to help, we are here to build, and we are here to create your successes. I hope you enjoyed tonight. I hope you got a lot from it, and I'm fired up. And that has been the WGN experience, and let's go to work over the next 10 days. Good night, everybody.